Quaid Azam, Part 291. These are some of the correspondences that I want to share with you. Maulana Abul Kalam Azad to Field Marshal Viceroy Viscount Quaid, 25 June 1946. We could not accept anything in the nature of the parity, even as a temporary expedient of provisional government should consist of 15 members. So now this is where you can see that the parity was rejected by Indian National Congress, and it was already hinted by Quaid Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah. Quaid Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah had a very detailed meet with the Viceroy, and he told that even if I get the consent of my working committee of the All India Muslim League, it won't be considered by Indian National Congress. And it was a well-done prophecy by Quaid Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah. Let me read the other content over here. One outstanding feature of this list to form the provisional national government was the non-inclusion of any nationalist Muslim. We felt that this was a grave omission. We wanted to suggest this name of a Muslim to take place of one of the Congress names on the list. We felt that no one could possibly object to our changing the name of one of our own men. Indeed, when I had drawn your attention to the fact that among the Muslim League nominees was included the name of a person who had actually lost in the recent elections in the frontier province, and whose name we felt had been placed there for political reasons. You wrote to me as follows: I am afraid that I cannot accept the right of the Congress to object to the names put forward by the Muslim League, any more than I would accept the similar objections from the other party, the other side. The test must be that of the ability, but before we could make our suggestion, I received your letter of the 22nd June, which surprised me and surprised us all greatly. You had written this letter on the basis of some press reports. You told us that the cabinet mission and you were not prepared to accept a request for the inclusion of a Muslim chosen by the Congress among the representatives of the Congress in the interim government. This seemed to us an extraordinary decision. It was in direct opposition to your own statement quoted above. It meant that the Congress could not freely choose even its own nominees. Mr. Jinnah has thus included the scheduled caste among the minorities, and presumably you have agreed with this view. So far as we are concerned, we repudiate this view and consider the scheduled caste as integral part of the Hindu society. Well, the scheduled caste are by no means the integral part of the society, of the Hindu society. They are called Dalits, they are called the Achut. Achut means untouchable. So a Hindu aristocrat does not even allow the touch of an Achut. And they are in fact separated out of the society, out of the community. And if we put them in the caliber of the Hindus, in fact they will face the greatest of the exploitation. It's such an exploitation that they have been facing for centuries, I must say. Finally, you state in your answer to question number 5 that no decision of a major communal issue could be taken by the interim government if the majority of either of the main parties were opposed to it. You further say that you have pointed out this out to the Congress President. He had agreed that the Congress appreciated this point. In this connection, I desire to point out that we had accepted this principle for the long-term arrangement in the Union legislature, and it could possibly be applied to the provisional government if it was responsible to the legislature and was composed of representatives on the population basis of major communities. It could not be applied to the provisional government formed on different bases altogether. My committee have therefore reluctantly come to the conclusion that they are unable to assist you in forming a provisional government as proposed in your statement of 16 June 1946.